Hey everybody, welcome back. Another episode of Banish the Doubt. Tonight I want to talk about our assumptions. Our assumptions, the way we talk to ourselves, determines everything. I just watched the trailer for the Bon Jovi, um, the special Bon Jovi. Thank you, good night. And obviously everybody knows about the band Bon Jovi, but there were five guys, five young kids from here in New Jersey who said, I am a rock star. Not I might be, not maybe, not hopefully one day. I mean, possibly from time to time they may have thought that, but in the beginning they saw it couldn't be any other way. John Bon Jovi, he said, he goes, there was no plan B. He saw it. This was his assumption. This was their, individually, their assumptions. They were all going to be rock stars. And they did it, obviously. So, there's a phenomenal quote I heard a little while ago. It says simply this: others echo what we whisper in silence. I'm going to say it again. Others, or the world, echoes what you and I whisper in silence. So another way of saying this is whatever you think about, you bring about. See, it's what we say to each other, or what we say to ourselves, not what we say to each other. It's what you're saying to yourself right now watching this that you're going to bring about. You can't be any other way. The fact that I'm talking right now and you're watching this, you're listening to me, there's a reason for that. You attracted me into your life, just like I attracted other videos into my life. And the book here, Power of Awareness, the book Letting Go, the book As a Man Thinketh, Wayne Dyer, I can go on, Louise Hay. I attracted all these people to me based on my assumptions of myself. Now, I didn't attract these people to me 30 years ago, or these books 30 years ago. So, as this evolves now into sort of the body, okay, these assumptions, these thoughts, I want to read you a quote. Your body is an emotional filter, and it bears the unmistakable marks of your prevalent emotions, your thoughts, your assumptions. Emotional disturbances, especially suppressed emotions, are the causes of all disease. So the world echoes what we whisper in silence. Don't suppress your emotions. You have to, they're going to come out. They're going to come out one way or the other. In my case, it was cancer. Don't let it be yours. Okay? And if you have gone through it, you understand now. Okay? The body, it has to come out. Okay? To feel intensely about a wrong without voicing or expressing that feeling is the beginning of all dis-ease in both body and environment. So you hear about, we hear and even talk about, toxic relationships, right? Dysfunctional relationships. Understand this: the toxicity of that relationship is not the relationship to two people, it's individual. It's the toxicity within one's self that is manifesting itself outwardly. The dysfunction within is manifesting itself outwardly. So I want to show you this here. If you can see this, hopefully, if I can pivot my computer enough. Now you see this here. I have these dots around. These blue dots are our assumptions. Okay, it's how we talk to ourselves, it's who we are at our core. That's why I have the inside circle. The green dots represent our environment. Okay, it's who we are at our core, who we are when we whisper to ourselves. This is who you are. I am. Cannot be any other way. This is truth. This is John Bon Jovi as a young boy saying, I'm going to play a giant stadium. And he did. I am a rock star. Not I hope to be, I might be, I someday, possibly, maybe, if things turn out right, am going to be a rock star. No, I am a rock star. That's it, period, end of sentence. He said there was no plan B. We listen to here. Our focus is out here. Okay? What do you think? What do they think? Let me go talk to the milkman, the store clerk. Let me go talk. Society has a challenge making decisions. It's because of all of this suppressed emotions, the majority of society. It's why politicians don't need to say really anything, truthfully, because people aren't paying attention. People's emotions are suppressed. Okay? So they're not living here. They're living, all their focus is out here on the outside, not on the inside. Okay? To feel intensely about a wrong without voicing or expressing that feeling is the beginning of all dis-ease. That's why I have it hyphenated, dis-ease, in both body and environment, in our body and our environment, which is why you say you're in a toxic relationship. You are in a toxic relationship with yourself, not here. You have to clear this up first. When we clean the mind, when we go inside, okay? I have it here, I believe. Here. We create our reality in each moment. Right now, you are creating your reality by watching me, by what you're thinking to yourself right now. See, my success is not conditional on whether or not one person watches my video or a million people watch my video. I'm doing this because this is who I am. Okay? I heard it say the other day, most people have a job. Very few people have a vocation. So tomorrow morning when you wake up, are you going to a job or are you going to your vocation? Now, by saying this, I'm not saying if it's not your vocation, you should walk in and say, flip the bird to your boss and say, I'm out of here. But just have this mindset of, and if what I just said to you right now resonates, that like, you know what, he's right. I don't have a vocation. I have a job. Go back in. Okay. Go back in here. Here. You have to go back in here. Okay. Go to the I am. Start to become silent and listen to what that voice says inside. Okay. So feeling as if you already are that is not an emotion. It's acceptance that you already are that person you deserve to be, you desire or deserve to be. Acceptance. Okay. I am. So this is what we're talking about tonight, is this conviction, this feeling, this acceptance that I am whatever it is you're desiring to be. Okay. And understanding that it's not anything out there. Nothing out there ever changes. It all changes in here. And once we change in here, out there changes. So we begin at the end. So going back to the Bon Jovi documentary, Thank You, Good Night. They were beginning in the end. They saw themselves as the successful rock stars. They couldn't not see themselves that way because it never would have materialized. It was here first, way before the stardom hit. Okay. They were struggling to become this super stardom band, but they were never struggling up here. Okay. It hadn't materialized yet. And then they got together with their producer and they went up to Vancouver and they wrote the album, Slippery When Wet. But the timing, see, the world started to, everything started to change the way it was supposed to change. It was all designed. It was all done before it happened, before we saw it here materialize in reality. But it was in their minds first. So they began at the end. They made linear time and non fulfillment irrelevant. I am the rock star. It was their natural state of fulfillment, unconditional love and gratitude for their life. Okay. They were having a wonderful time because they were living, they say they're living the dream, but the dream wasn't here first. It can never be anything but that. Right? So this is the message that I have tonight. If you're watching this and there's something you're saying, there's just something I know inside that's sort of percolating, if you will, that I am that. It could be you could be writing a rap song or whatever type of music it is, and you see yourself. I said a story the other day about this young man that I bumped into at a local store here the other day who wrote a song, and he was apprehensive about whether or not it was how it was going to be received. And I said to him, I said, as long as you like it, as long as it works for you, it doesn't matter what the outside world thinks. They're going to love it because you do. It has to be authentic to you first. It has to be who you are. As long as you can feel that, then it is going to express, the energy is going to come out of you. So I just want to talk to you for a second about the book, The Power of Awareness, okay? If whatever you're thinking about and you're feeling, if whatever that is, and like in this young man's case, you could tell really couldn't see it yet. Here's a quote from the book, The Power of Awareness. It is, now this talking about the vision, okay? It is excluded from view because you can see only the contents of your own consciousness. It is the function of an assumption to call back the excluded view and restore full vision. It is not the world, but your assumption that change. For the Lord seeth not as a man seeth, for man looketh on the outward appearance, but the Lord looketh on the heart. So that's right from the Bible, that last quote. So, like I was talking about, the I am. Okay? It must be here first. Okay? And I talked earlier today about this in the video about planting grass seed. We don't just say, I am whatever it may be, and that's it. I'm done. I'm that. Yes, in a sense, yes, that is true. If you have that conviction, that feeling, that acceptance I just talked about a second ago, but it doesn't. You're excluded from your view because you don't see it, because the assumption hasn't manifested. But it must be inside first. It's here first. So you talk about, I'm going to talk about these affirmations, excuse me, that I heard from Louise Hay years ago that I wrote down. I had them here in the book. I choose to no longer live in the past. I choose to live in the now and build a wonderful future. So, whatever may have happened in your past that has led you to this moment, the toxic relationship I was talking about, an affirmation is I choose to no longer live in the past. I choose to live in the now and build a wonderful future. I am willing to let go. I release, I relax, I release fear, I release anger, I release guilt, I release sadness, I release limitations. I release my parents' limitation. I am willing to forgive. I am at peace. I am safe. I am me. It is safe to be me. I am willing to let go, and I am now at peace. So those are just some quick affirmations that would maybe hopefully put you in the right frame of mind. Okay, the I am. We don't worry about outside anymore because the outside is only a reflection of what goes on in here. Okay, we understand that anything that we feel intense about a wrong, we must release that feeling. Okay, if it's in the moment, if it's in the moment, we release it in the moment. We have to have an escape. Otherwise, the escape ends up being things we don't want to go down those rabbit holes, such as drugs and alcohol. And some people get into the places where they become workaholics. That's an addiction. We don't escape to that. We go inside, we express or release that feeling. Okay. We understand we have to get rid of that feeling. Otherwise, it has a detrimental effect on our body and our environment, which is the toxic relationship. So we start there. We start to release. We start to forgive. Mostly, we give here first. We forgive ourselves. Okay, we're easy on ourselves. We no longer suppress the emotions. Okay, we start to live in the moment. We understand that life is nothing but a moment to moment experience. We live in this moment. We're always in this moment. We take time every day to release from our life, and we become still, and we just let go. So that is the message for you guys tonight. As always, thank you so much for watching these videos, for commenting on these videos. Feel free to comment down below. If you haven't done so already, you can feel free to go ahead and hit the subscribe button and the notification bell so you receive all of my videos, and hit the thumbs up. And if you guys have any comments whatsoever, feel free to share with them down below. I read them all. Thank you all for everybody watching these videos. Remember, this video, you attracted it into your life, okay, for a reason. Just go inside, go to that I am, okay, and understand you are loved, you are perfect, just who you are, right here, right now, in this moment. God bless.